SimBoxx, back with another live session today. I'd like to say that I'll be joined by Manchester's Jimmy Kelly. Really looking forward to speaking to Jimmy. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, funnily enough. One of the first people that I was looking to speak to when SimBoxx first arrived. So we'll just wait for Jimmy to join now and then we can crack on with our interview. So Jimmy just joining now. Thanks for the connection.
Yes, mate.
Jimmy, you alright?
Not bad, mate. I'm not bad.
Good man. So how are you dealing with this lockdown situation, Jimmy?
Tough, mate. Tough. My missus just got to the shop, so I've got both the kids. So I've stuck one in a room. Hopefully she'll be a bit quiet. And my son's just downstairs, just fucking about. So yeah, how's things yourself, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not bad. You know, we've been really lucky in the fact that we've been able to use this as time to get some really good content together. You know, at SimBoxx, we've interviewed some good names. We was on a Instagram live the other day with John O'Carroll, and he had one of his daughters sat next to him, so that was an entertaining experience.
Yeah, I think you've just got to be authentic as you can. It's just a bit of a mad time. You can't surf the kids out, can you? Like you said, good on you for getting things done in the time there, where you can't do other things and you're a bit, you're a bit nullified. It's good to get other things done. Yeah,
it's good. You know, we've seen like a few different like social media pages doing their bit, and Eddie Earn obviously doing all the big names and stuff. But it's just about doing as much as we can and speaking to some people that might not have otherwise got the limelight. You know, we're always into speaking to people on the small hall shows and stuff like that, and we'll speak to anyone. So we're really glad to be able to get the content out there.
Yeah, definitely. It's great what you're doing. Like I said, it'll probably change a lot of journalism and stuff. Like more people get into doing videos like this, or from you don't have to meet up with each other. It might be a better thing to do. It might be something that works moving forward.
Almost definitely. I was just saying just before we started, when you joined the live, that funny enough, when I first started SimBoxx, your name was one of the first that was on my list to potentially interview. And back then I was just doing a bit of journalism and a bit of note taking and stuff like that. But then when I first started doing interviews and stuff like that, a mutual friend actually recommended you as somebody to talk to. So it's been a long time coming.
So he's a mutual friend?
I'm not sure if his second name was called Paul. He worked in Wythenshawe. He had longer hair, a bit of a ponytail. I think he worked in an e-cigarette shop. That's what
I'm trying to think. So are you a Manchester lad then, yeah?
Yeah, North Manchester. So that's where we
go on, whereabouts?
Moston.
Drew the short straw there, mate. Where's sunny South was?
Oh, man,
sunny South Manchester.
You could spend the entire interview just comparing like South or North Manchester.
Mate, that's a proper one. Everything is in the South better. South of France, South-facing houses, South Manchester. Always better than North.
Right. So what have you been doing with yourself during the lockdown? Have you been trying to keep fit? Have you been taking over, or have you just been relaxing and spending time with the family?
Do you know what it is, mate? Like, even though I've not put it on social media, I've been training, And like, you can train without sticking it on social media, which I found. Do you know what it was? Like, when the lockdown first happened, it's like everyone becoming online fucking home PT, and I thought, I'm fucking not doing it, you get what I mean? I've been training, I'm doing it on my own, and I'm doing it for myself. Like, I'm not doing it for like a pat on the back from someone and start doing squats in my fucking kitchen, you get what I mean? I thought, I'm not doing it. So, it's been training. You need to spend some time with the kids and just work with them, you get what I mean?
So have you been getting itchy knuckles? You've been missing sparring and punching and the process?
I miss sparring, but I'm lucky that I've got a private gym that I can use at my disposal, really. So I'm lucky in that. Like, I've done a good back session this morning. No one's been in for only me for like the last few weeks. I've been doing bits of runs, bits of stuff at home. Yeah, what about yourself? Have you been getting out or?
Yeah, you try to take advantage of the an hour a day you're supposed to take for exercise, and aside from doing SimBoxx stuff, just the usual stuff, catching up on Marvel films, playing FIFA, the kind of things that you do on your days off from work, really. But it's all getting a bit tedious.
Do you know what? Fuck off, mate. Everyone who says they're bored, I'm going, don't say you're bored. Wait till you got kids and you. I'd love just to sit in with missus all day and just watch box sets and catch up with stuff. But literally from start to finish, mate, it's just like the house looks like a bomb's gone off.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a fucking nightmare.
You know, I'll be completely honest with you, mate. And obviously it's separate from the SimBoxx stuff I do. But I do have 2 young lads, but I don't stay with them. And I went 3 weeks without seeing him because my missus is a key worker. So I had to go 3 weeks without seeing them, and she got furloughed and whatnot. And so 2 days ago was the first time I actually spent a bit of time with him, and since the original lockdown, which, you know, it's been tough. So
I bet that was hard though.
yeah, it was. It was difficult, but you know, we try and just look at the bigger picture and obviously put health before everything else and try and focus on this coming to an end. And luckily enough, like I say, we managed to spend some time together yesterday, and moving forward, it should hopefully go back to normal now as well, which will be good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad time in it, and I don't know how I feel about it, to be fair. So I don't know. I don't know what the right way to go around things would be with this virus. You get what I mean?
Definitely.
You know,
there's no precedent to compare it to.
I think for me, like, I think your freedom is above anything. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit iffy about like certain freedoms that are being taken away, and I don't know. It's just like our grandfathers fought for them in the trenches, and they're a little bit like, are we being too quick to hand them over? And when are we going to get them back? Because before you know it, it's 3 weeks of lockdown, and then the other day they said, oh, it's going to be another 3 weeks. You know, and you get accustomed to being in lockdown and having certain things taken away. And before you know it, you might go back and oh shit, like, we used to be able to do this, but we can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Even like I want to go on holiday, we can't do anything, you get what I mean? And
yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like being tied down. And I think for me, like, I just people call me what I want, but I just been going around with businesses as normal. Like, I've gone out for more than an hour a day. I don't care. Keeping away from people, you know. My kids like going out in the field and that, and having a run around. So I've been doing that, and if people like it or not, we can fuck them. But that's what I want to do. You know, I'm not being dictated to by by the government saying what I can and can't do. And I'm, nah, I don't work that for me. You know what I mean? I'm not taking a piss and running around coughing on people, but if I want to go to the park and go to a field where no one is, and my kids for more than an hour a day, I'll do that. And if anyone says anything different, you know, they can. I say, can you dick such your ass? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. So if we switch the conversation over to your boxing career, which is the main reason why we want to speak today. Going back to your most previous bout, which is almost 12 months ago now, you picked up a points win. Is there a general reason aside from the lockdown?
Yeah, fucking Darwin pictures, selfish. Yeah, fuck off, you knobhead. Sorry, just all sorts of fuck off, you dude. I don't give a fuck what you got to say, mate. Don't try and shame taxing me, you little weapon. But yeah, so I've not fought for 12 months, so yeah.
Yeah, so is there any particular reason why you've been out of the ring for so long? Obviously, aside from the lockdown recently, was there anything?
Do you know what it was, mate? I just had fights that I fell through. I was supposed to fight maybe August time, and then I was supposed to fight November. I was supposed to fight Rob Grant in November in America, the WBA Eliminator. That was like at the final stages of being sorted. And then it got put back to the 11th of Jan at Atlantic City. Supposed to fight on the 11th of Jan. And then he tore his bicep, so he's not fought and he's out. But that was a good little thing that I was going to fight him on a top ranked bid, and then the winner was fighting Murata for the WBA. So I was literally like, it was a good world eliminator that I was there. Everything was in line to do so, and then it for one reason or the November fight fell through and got put back to Jan. Then in Jan he got injured. I think he got injured like about the 10th of December. I was supposed to go to New York on the 15th of December and finish my camp with Edgar Belenga, who's like a Puerto Rican kid, who's in top rank. And that's Sergei Derenchenko, who fought Golovkin. That was supposed to be sparring for like last 4 weeks.
Wow.
I was supposed to go out a few days after, a few days like later, then all of a sudden he got the call that he's injured, so that fell apart. Then it was like regroup, what's next? We just said we'll consolidate on Ultimate Boxing, get a quick win on Ultimate Boxer. I think I was supposed to fight Dennis Kragen, I think he was called, German kid, German champion and all that. And then obviously the coronavirus hit, so it's just been a string of bad luck. But,
yeah, definitely.
You know, I can only do what's in my control. My control is I'm still in the gym, still keeping myself fresh. And, you know, they're just fights that are just helping me fingers, but it's just one of the things. I can't really complain or point the finger at anybody else. It's just life.
Yeah, definitely. It's good that you can have that kind of optimistic attitude because, you know, if we're being completely honest, it's really easy to get bogged down by that. You know, the disappointment of having such an opportunity right there, you know, within your grasp. At least you know, like, you know, you're being considered for these opportunities, and it's, you know, hopefully when things get back to normal, you know, the fight with Rob Brandt, which is a great fight, you know, that might be back within touching distance, and then, you know, getting sparring partners like Derevyanchenko, you know, what an experience that would have been.
Yeah, because like I said, I was me and Arnie were going to go over, I think it's the 15th of December, because I was going to be away for Christmas, and I was going to base in Brooklyn with Havoc and Chris Glover, and who's a media guy, and Andre Brazier, and train from their gym. Obviously, I was going to go to Atlantic City, because I think it's like a car journey. It's like, obviously, New Jersey, so we're just going to drive down a few days before the fight. It's supposed to be on the Joe Smith card. Who did Joe Smith beat last time?
I can remember the fight. I can't remember the guy he fought, but it was a decent fight. Yeah, I remember
Joe Smith against somebody.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be on the Joe Smith card. Obviously, then that fell through. But like I said, when you present these things in boxing, like I've been a pro for like 8 years, and there's always ups and downs, and you just got to roll it. You can't sit there and spit your dummy out. Just like, all right, okay, that's happened now. Like, let's get in the gym and it gives me more time to focus on different things. Like, I work on different technical things. I've been working on my strength massively because I obviously moved up to middleweight. So it just gives me more time to focus. And the way I see it, like the big gap between the fight, not 4 for 12 months. I'd see it as my kid's going wild, mate. It's just a time to. It's a time to relax. I'm still in the gym, but I'm not destroying my body. I'm not having hard spars. I'm not having fights where I'm taking punishment and putting miles on the clock. So if anything, I'm just saying, well, it might be a year that I've not done anything, but it's not a year wasted. It's a year preserved in my career. You know, my body's fresh. I feel injury free. As I'm getting older, I'm working on I'm still training harder, but just changing things and not being as obsessed and doing mad runs and mad workouts and push my body to the limit. And I sort of know how to get ready for a fight, and I've got that natural fitness now that, you know, I've been training all my life. I don't need to be putting myself through the mill all the time. I'm never too far away from fight condition. You know, weight wise, I'm a big guy, but I don't have to go intense and put myself through a mad camp. I'm always just consistent and doing lots of volume for what just needs a bit of tailoring, a bit of sparring, a bit of pad work, and I'm there. You get what I mean? Yeah. So I just see it as a bit of you know, from being an amateur and professional, I've had like 150 odd fights, so it's a good time for me to have a bit of a chill and let my body heal, because all them mount up. So, you know, my diet's been on point. I've just used it as a good rest, and it won't do me any harm. You get what I mean? Yeah,
definitely. I think, you know, it's easy to overlook. You know, you're only 27 years of age. You know, 26 fights. You know, like you just mentioned earlier, you've been around for 8 years as a pro, and then you had the amateur background as well. You know, so physically, you've probably not even reached your prime yet. You know, you still believe that you've got your best years ahead of you.
Mate, I fully know I've got my best years ahead of me. Like, all my life, I've never drank. I've always kept myself in top condition. I've been at my first fight at 10, so I've been doing this for 17 years. You get what I mean? I've been competing for 17 years, so this is nothing that I'm worried about. I'm always in the gym. I'm always sparring, but never hard sparring. You know, because I can go in spars against good people, and I just have a game plan what I'm going to do in that spar, and I just work on that. I don't have a lot of wars where I'm taking shots. You know, I had a bit of a brain scare when I fought in Australia, so that was a thing that I really looked at, and I looked at my training. But obviously the brain scare was something that happened when I was a kid, so it only just come to light now. So I've always been mindful that to preserve my body, and you know, I know that for all the years that I've looked after myself, and I've never gone up in weight and gone fat or drank. I've never touched beer or teetotal, so I know that'll work with me. So I'm going to go into my early 30s. I've still got the hunger to do so. So I'm happy to do it. Yeah.
Definitely good to hear. You know, you mentioned there about the brain scare and such. Was that something that got sorted? You know, was it something or nothing, or you know, is it going to be an issue going forward that you know is going to be in the back of your mind?
I had 2 scans since. I've had 2 scans. I've I seen 2 neurologists when I was in Australia. I've seen a neurologist in the UK when I come back. I've had all my cognitive tests done, so everything's fine. Like, I've got a white matter damage on the top of my head, but what I've done, I banged my head in as a kid, pretty bad, and I've got a bit of a scar, and it's directly under the scar, but it just never picks up, so it's just one of them things, I guess, but it sort of put it into perspective, and, you know, when I first found out, even though I boxed for years with it, I never really noticed, but when you're presented with it, I was a bit like, oh, like, what do we want to do here? Yeah. And my heart was always in my boxing, so, you know, I just thought, well, I'm going to change how I would train. I'm not going to have gym walls, I'm not going to do this. And so, yeah, it's a good learning curve anyway.
Brilliant, good to hear. So, you know, if we can go back to the biggest fight of your career at that time, and when you probably would have came to the attention of a lot of people, was the fight with Liam Smith. When you got the world title challenger, Liam Smith. Can you take us through how that fight came about and, you know, the fight itself?
Yeah, I think for that year, I had I had 4 fights before Liam Smith won that year. And I had 3 title fights, obviously. I won a WBC regional title. I think I got a number 6 ranking in the WBO, obviously off the back of them, and I fought for the Intercontinental, so I had like a good top 6 ranking. And I wasn't supposed to fight. I wasn't supposed to fight in December. I was supposed to fight on the Derry Matthews and Terry Flanagan card in February. Yeah. So, because it was like I had 4 fights already that year. I had a hard fight in October against an Argentinian fella. And obviously, but my eye was shut because he caught me with his head. And my eye was shut. It was a tough fight, really. So I was going to sit out until the Liverpool bill. And Liam Smith was going to fight Shane Mosley. Well, that fell apart. And then I was in Iceland. I was in seeing the Northern Lights and stuff like that. About 5.5 weeks before the fight, and obviously my manager Lee Beard rang me and said, "Do you want the fight against Liam Smith?" I was like, "Yeah." When is it the February bill in Liverpool? I said, "No, it's the 19th." Obviously, it was Billy Joe against Andy Lee main event, so it was like the co-main event. So I was like, I wasn't in the best shape. So like 5.5 weeks, so like, yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. I mean, what have I got to lose? I've promised a decent route back, obviously, which never comes to fruition, but that's just fucking boxing for you again. Yeah. You know, I just knuckled down and got myself in decent shape. And yeah, I think it come early, and I knew it come early, and I was only 22, 23 at the time. But I was ready for a good fight. I started good in the fight, and he just sort of got a bit too much. He was an experienced kid. He got on top of us, and I tore a tendon in my elbow in the 4th round, so that stopped me using my jab. You get what I mean? Yeah. I felt my jab was working good, and I was landing my uppercuts off my lead hand, and I threw a jab. I like, know when you throw a jab and it goes over someone's right shoulder, then he's threw a right hand over. I had my arms been locked there. Right. And I felt like a pop, you get what I mean? And I felt like I couldn't use my left arm anymore, so that fucked me up really. And then I started to stand in the pocket more, and you know, the great inside fighter Liam Smith, so I just took a bit of a fucking hammering after that. And then,
you can be honest about it.
Mate, Joe, you can laugh about it, it's fucking life, and it like if you, you know, I've not got a massive ego, and I've got a fucking, you know, give out this dead hardman image like with boxing. People get their fucking ass kicked all the time, and you know, I was a bit disappointed that the fight was stopped by the corner. You get what I mean? I felt like I was in a bit of a rough position, but you know, I'm a proud person. Still thought I could stand in there a little bit. And obviously, I had some good keel surgery on that after the fight. So it's like, it's just one of the things. It's a good learning curve, and something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, brilliant. So obviously you rattled off, you know, a lot of consecutive wins after that fight to settle then, which I'll be honest, it took me by surprise when you went over to Australia to fight Dennis Hogan, you know, in a really competitive fight. How did it feel to headline a bill out in Australia in a really competitive fight?
Mate, you know what? That was a good experience again. I went over about 16 days before. And then it was like fight week that mate, I felt great. I felt amazing. I'm just a bit tight of the weight. You get what I mean? Felt like middleweight. I was really tight of the weight. And it was like £10 over about 3 days before, you get what I mean, and I really struggled to get it down. And with that, I was to and from different hospitals with my brain, and the fight was on, and then it was off, and then it was on, then it was off, and then I didn't know what was going on. And it was only a time when it was only like I was in the change rooms, and the promoter of the show, who I'm good friends with now, Paul Keegan, he come in and was like, "Look, the British Boxing Board have accepted the fight, so wrap up, warm up as if it's going ahead, but it might not be." You get what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm going through the motions, but it ain't going ahead. You get what I mean? I'm gonna fucking wrap my hands. One sec. What's up, baby? Here we go. Good girl. So warmed up and all that, and then about an hour before we scheduled to go on, he come in and said, "Right, okay, the British Boxing want to give it the okay, we're on." So he's like,
an hour before.
Yeah, I wasn't like the thing. No, you build yourself up into that mindset. So I remember I went out. I felt all right like the first 3 or 4 rounds, but from the week that I had, I just felt like I couldn't go through the gears. Yeah. And I think I started well. The middle rounds that he come on, and I think I finished strong. I think like 10, 11, 12. Like I finished quite strong. I slipped on one of the toe bones in the last round. Yeah. I remember he's come in trying to like go for the finish, and I thought, mate, like, I'm not even hurt. You get on me, so I got to the right battle with him. Yeah. But what I've done, I slipped on the Toblerone, and my foot went out the ring, and he like jumped in. So I fucking like rubber tackled into the floor. And as I've gone in, like I fucking stuck my shoulder like on his stomach because I've been on top of it. The referee broke on that, but do you know what I mean? It's a messy fight. There was a lot on there's a lot at stake. Obviously, it was a final eliminator for the WBO. And the champion at the time was Saddam Ali, and I was rubbing my hands together going, I'm going to fucking nail this little Australian cunt, and I'm going to fuck Saddam Ali. You know what I mean? Then I think like a week after the fight, he's supposed to fight Liam Smith, Saddam Ali, then that fell through. And then Munguia come and smoked him, didn't he? So everything went to the shit.
And obviously with Jaime Munguia, it's a bit of a strange one because a lot of people tend to overlook Jaime Munguia and think that he's almost like a sitting duck, waiting for a more elite fighter to take him out. As it was, Dennis Hogan obviously went on to fight him, and a lot of people said it was a controversial win for Jaime Munguia against Dennis Hogan. So it shows the level of competition.
Dennis smashed him. And I know that my fight against Dennis was harder than a Munguia fight. I know that for a fact. I was landing some good shots on body shots on Dennis Hogan. And, it was a lot of there was a lot of stake for months. It was fucking a brutal build-up, and a lot of mental stuff was going on between like me and him, and we're friends and stuff like that now. Mm-hmm. And he just showed like he went from that, and then he went straight to fight Charlo at middleweight for the WBC. So I think, with 2 losses to Dennis Hogan, who's an uncrowned world champion, Liam Smith, who was a former world champion, and he can go again and win a title. So it's no shame, but I'm not going to sit there and I was looking forward to the Brandt one. I thought middleweight's better for me. I've thought about moving up for years, and I thought I beat Brandt, and I thought Brandt will be a harder fight than Murata. I thought I'll beat Brandt, and then I'll get the Murata fight. It would have been the Murata fight, or they were saying about Chris Eubank was the WBA interim champion when he beat Kobarov. So it was going to be either of them. So I thought we're both decent fights. So I'll get through Brandt, and then obviously things just happen in boxing, and I'm not going to sit and whinge about it. A few weeks ago I was on standby for the Zach Parker fight when he fought Murdoch, the Australian fellow.
Yeah, on the Scott Quigg undercard.
Yeah, I got a call about 4 days before.
Right, okay.
And they said there's a problem with that Murdoch's his eye test something before the fight, so we're looking at we need a replacement. Like, would you be on standby just in case? And it's a bit like, is it moving up against the super middleweight? But I just said, look, like let me know, come back. Said get confirmation of his eye. I'm in the gym anyway. Like, let's talk afterwards. You get what I mean? And obviously they went with him in the end, but it's just boxing. I'll just keep myself in the gym. I've got all my boxer when that gets rescheduled. I've got a decent little opponent there. 6 rounder, then I just gotta see what opens up after that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the middleweight division has long been, like a glamorous division. And these, you mentioned a couple of names there, and it's like even domestically, people like Liam Williams and Felix Cash, Mark Efron. There's still fighters around that, you know, you can make good domestic level fights that will then propel you onto the world scene, you know, and you're only within touching distance of getting one of these fights once everything resumes.
I think, yeah, the middleweight division has always been the best in boxing.
Definitely.
If you look at it across the world, even Australia, you've got the likes of Jeff Horn and that Michael Zaraf, and then over here you've got the names you mentioned before. At world level, you've got, it's stats, you've got around that weight, you've got, you know, Danny Jacobs, Derenchenko, Golovkin, Canelo. You've got a lot of fighters there, so no, it is interesting, and the big fights there are what I'll be involved in. So
definitely,
you know, hope this doesn't take too long.
From the names you mentioned there, who would you consider number one domestically and number one worldwide at middleweight? Is there anyone that particularly stands out?
I think domestically, you've got to go with Liam Williams. He's put himself in a top position, and he's got, you know, he's had injuries in times that have not been that best in boxing, but he's got himself something to got on there. He's got some good momentum at the minute. I think worldwide at middleweight, I think Canelo's number one at middleweight again. Ice cream, do you hear him now? Sounds like begging for ice cream. But yeah, I think number one. I think Golovkin's day is done. I think it's Canelo. I'd be interested to see how the Billy Joe and Canelo fight will do.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was going to be the next big super fight, if you like, you know, before the whole lockdown situation. And one of the fights that I wanted to get your opinion on, which was probably the last big fight before the whole lockdown situation, a guy you know really well, Tyson Fury, his win over Deontay Wilder. You know, I don't think it was a surprise to many that he won, but I think that the manner in which he beat up Deontay Wilder certainly took me by surprise. What was your thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, I don't know. Before the first fight, I thought he's there for a win. You get what I mean? I was adamant. And then after the Valiant fight with a cut, I thought, is that going to open up that?
Yeah. And
I wasn't as confident. I still thought he'd win, but I thought I wasn't as sold. I rate Ben Davison as a coach, and when he left, it was a bit like, a bit of a mad on that. A bit too close to things. So I thought quite a lot of things like that's going against him. Too close to the fight, but he's always been one of those fighters that rises to the occasion. If like in the gym when we were kids, if he sparred someone that wasn't as good, he wouldn't show his class. But then like as someone who's good come in the gym, who was it come in the gym? There's like a heavyweight from Birmingham. Is it Pele Reed or something like that?
Yeah,
like
maybe.
Yeah. I remember he come in, and Tyson, only younger Tyson. I remember like he was a fully grown man. I think he was around the time with like Danny Williams and Matt Skelton, and all them were like British level.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid from Birmingham, I'm sure is it called Pele Reed or something. I fucking hammered him, like Tyson battered him, and I was like, wow, like he seems spar people that are rubbish, and he doesn't look the best. And when someone comes in the gym, that's pretty dangerous. He raised his game, and I thought that's a fucking proper. And he done the same thing with Wilder again, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he fought I had Tom Schwartz and Vallon, he just wasn't asked. He just knew they had nothing to trouble him. As soon as the danger was there, the right hormones are there for him to do what he has to do.
Definitely. So how do you see the third fight going on? Do you not see a way in which Wilder will ever beat Tyson Fury, or do you still think it's a dangerous fight?
Yeah, it's always going to be a dangerous fight. He's too big of a punch for it not to be a dangerous fight. Like he said he put him down twice in the first fight. He said in the interview after the fight that he got caught with a right hand in the first or second round, and he could hear like bells in his ear. So you know he's always got that power. I mean, tactical wise, if he'd done a similar game plan to he did last time, he beat him on the back foot, he beat him on the front foot.
Yeah.
If he could do the same again and avoid the punishment. But again, like Wilder took a bit of an ass kicking, so how's he going to be? How's his persona now? He's lost. You know what I mean? Once that bubble's burst, and you're not the man that you thought you were, and it's a bit of a humbling one. Like, is he going to come back to the same? So it's an interesting fight again.
Definitely, and I suppose if all things lead the way they should, then hopefully we should get an anti-Joshua Tyson Fury undisputed fight, which is I think it's the biggest fight in boxing at the minute by far. Can I get your opinion on how you'd see a Tyson Fury AJ fight going at the minute?
Yeah, Tyson will box and shit out of him.
You think?
Yeah, mate, he'll smash him. It's not even a fight, mate. It's not even a fight.
I think it's a fight that we definitely need to see. The fact that they're both British and all the belts are over here, Including
it's a fight for the British public that you've got to see, because it's like a massive fight for boxing. They'll have it at somewhere big, you know, picking Old Trafford or Wembley, something like that.
Definitely.
But I think for the ability-wise, Tyson's just head and shoulders above. It's shown that, like, the Ruiz fight, Tyson Fury would never in a million years lose to Ruiz. And like I said, even when Tyson been put down and got back up and he finished strong in the same round against Wilder, Andy Joshua's not got that in him yet. I mean, I'm not disrespecting. I like Joshua; he's a good fighter, but you know, I know Tyson personally, and I just don't see him losing. Don't see him losing.
You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that'll share those opinions with you, and then there's the same amount of people that would support Andy Joshua, and I think that's again one of the main reasons why we do need to see these kind of fights, you know, these 50-50 fights. And if the lockdown wants to show anything, it's that time can't be taken for granted. So while these guys are in the prime and they've got all the belts between them, we need to see these big 50-50 fights, if you like, you know, as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, the only stumbling block is promoters in business, where it's a stumbling block in TV networks. It's so much bigger than just a fighter. You know what I mean? The fighter can sit and agree and go, you know what, on the phone like me and you, let's have the fight. You know, you've got someone with ESPN, then you've got the other side of BT Sport, the other side you've got Sky Sports and DAZN. You know, it's a bit of a cold war, so you know, it's not just as easy as let's just fight. There's so much more that's involved behind the scenes, and it's a bit of a mad one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, to be honest, Jimmy, that's all my questions and topics discussed. Mate, is there anything you'd like to add to finish?
No, I just don't feel that. I've got to go through the comments now. Let's see what everyone's put. Someone's put me against Munguia. Yeah, good fight. I'd like that fight. I'd like that fight, Munguia.
Yeah, definitely. I think that comment was from Osh Williams. Is it a good lad, Osh Williams, who's spent a lot of time with him at SimBoxx. So again, I think that's a great fight, and it's definitely a winnable fight for yourself as well. Yeah,
I think now where I'm in middleweight and I'm fucking huge. You know what I mean? I'm doing like long runs and mate, I'm ripped as it is now, and I'm still massively over middleweight. Yeah. When they mentioned the fight, is that part? I thought I've still got to lose quite a bit of weight just to make it middleweight. I thought they make light middle, but yeah, I think I'd like that fight. You know what I mean? I think I take confidence that I've been in there with Dennis Hogan, and I felt like I've done a better job with Dennis Hogan than Munguia did.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm a strong fighter. You get what I mean? And I don't think I'll be bullied by Munguia. So we'll see, mate. Hopefully that'll come about. Is any other? Oh yeah, Fiore. It's not 50-50, it's 80-20. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. I don't even think Joshua's not the puncher that Wilder is. I see it like Fiore, Wilder, and then number 3 in the division is Joshua. You know what I mean? Like, he's not done anything. To prove us that he has. You know what I mean? The Joseph Parker fight, he didn't look the best, and obviously he done well and boxed the second Louise fight, but you know
So even after the Tyson Fury fight, you'd still rank Deontay Wilder ahead of Anthony Joshua?
Yeah. I think he's knocked Joshua out.
Yeah, I still think with Wilder's power, I think he has the ability to knock out anybody, you know, and I think that'll be the last thing to go. I think I agree with what you mentioned earlier about the more serious and at the forefront for Deontay Wilder is the mindset, you know, recovering from losing for the first time. You know, his whole persona was built about being, you know, unbeatable and the allure of being the bronze bomber. I think that's more of an issue for him to recover from than the actual beating itself. I think mentally he has more to overcome. So.
Well, I think for Joshua to beat Wilder, and someone's going mad for I feel. I think you need more. I think you need more. I think you need more than what Joshua's got. You get what I mean? And Tyson's got fast feet, he's got fast hands, he's got the hand and foot speed of a middleweight. I don't think Joshua's not got that, and he won't be able to get himself out of trouble like Tyson did. And he got the defence and the movement to ride shots like Tyson did. And I don't think he has. He's not shown me anything. And I think if Ruiz can catch him and hurt him, put him down, and then Klitschko put him down and hurt him. I know, like Cunningham put Tyson down and stuff. Our Tyson's always got back up and fucking had a right go. And I think he looked scared after when Ruiz put him down. I think if he showed that against Wilder, it was just like a shark and it was just swarm. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can do about it.
Definitely will. You know, hopefully one day we do get these fights at heavyweight, and ultimately, as fans of boxing, they're the fights that sell the most tickets, that garner the most interest, if you like. So hopefully we do get those fights in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I think so. I think hopefully after this, people, like I said, people see that life's too short. You know, it's hard with business. You get what I mean? There's a lot of obstacles to make fights like that, and you know, even if it happens, I hope it happens now and then in a couple of fights time or a few years time when one of them's past the best, and it's like a Pacquiao maybe where you're a bit like, yeah, like it's a bit of an anticlimax. Maybe one, but it's a shit fight, and they both weren't the best. I think that the Pacquiao that beat Cotto and the Pacquiao beating Margarito, like he was just swarmed maybe.
Yeah, it's a totally different argument at that point.
I think after when he started having the Tim Bradley fights and stuff like that, he wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Even though he's still doing well now, he wasn't the fucking wrecking ball like he was. Yeah,
totally different animal. But you know, you mentioned Floyd Mayweather there. What's your thoughts on the rumours and the speculation recently that Floyd Mayweather's apparently turning to training and bringing through a couple of fighters of his own? Do you think Floyd Mayweather, even though as good a boxer as he is, do you think he'll be able to transition that into becoming a trainer?
No. No, mate. I think he's too much of a selfish guy. How can he do that? It's all about him. How can he have everything about him all his life and then go, oh yeah, I'm going to put all my time into somebody else? You can even see when he does like press conferences for like Tank Davis, he's always like has to refer back to him. You know what I mean? He goes, oh yeah, Tank's young and dangerous like I was. You know, Tank's a young world champion like I was. It's like, mate, it's not about you. You get what I mean? You've had your time. It's not being a narcissist. Just relax and give somebody else a bit of the limelight. He might train and stuff like that, but people will train also because they think, oh, forget with him. You know, it might open doors something down the road. I can probably get fights, opportunities, and you know, followers off the back of his name. But he's got the skill to be a good trainer. But has he got the personality? I don't think so.
Yeah, you know, I'm completely on the fence. I think with his ability and his knowledge, you'd like to think he could become a good trainer, but transitioning that, like you say, away from himself and trying to bring somebody else on and not arguably put someone in front of him, he's never really been a fan of that. You know, when you look at him with the promotion side of things, he's like you say, he's always up on the podium speaking about the fighters and then referring back to himself. And you could argue, like, you know, as much as Gervonta's a 2-weight world champion, he's still underachieved while he's been promoted by Mayweather. You know, he's not had those breakthrough fights with Lomachenko and other super featherweights like Tevin Farmer, and then when he moved up to lightweight, you know, so if the promotion's anything like him as a trainer, then it's a 50-50 whether it works or not for me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I just think it'll be hard. I think once you used to... I remember watching one of these build-ups. He's like, oh, I get in the gym whenever I want and everyone's got to wait around for me.
Yeah.
You know, like, if he's training me, like, I don't care who you are if I'm coming at the gym at a certain time. You've got to meet me halfway. You know, to be able to train, it's like... You know, it's a partnership and it's like a dance. If you're both doing what's right, it'll work. If I'm going to the gym and waiting and he's like, oh, sorry, I was too busy gambling, or no, I was too busy buying a new car, or I forgot. I'm like, nah, mate, like, I'm here. This is my career. You've had your time. Like, if you don't want to do it, you can't commit to it. Don't do it. But you know, I might be wrong. It might be something that he really focuses on it replacing boxing. But you know, I highly doubt it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like I say, Jimmy, that's all my bits and pieces rounded up there, mate, so I can let you get back to your family and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, no, mate. Let's see you later. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He's enjoying his house.
Nice. Yeah. He's absolutely having a time of his life.
Brilliant.
When life was just that simple, you could just enjoy ice cream and it's all about that.
Yeah,
see you later. Right, mate, all the best.
Yeah, cheers for your time, Jimmy. Take care, mate.
You too, mate. Take care. See you, mate.